my grandparents came to America. She can call me whatever she wants. She's a phony. But she's a liar. We know that. We know she's a liar, a horrible liar.
But what about her suggestion that super wealthy people who have over $50 billion should every year pay like 2 or 3% on the wealth every year?
Look, it's been tried before. It doesn't work. Okay? What do they say about insanity? It's when you do the same thing twice and expect different results. Okay?
Right, but she needs a way to pay for all these plans.
She's a phony. She's a phony. She latched on. She's been created by the media. She's worth $18 million. All I wanted to do, I don't want to see a tax returns. They make me sick because she does nothing to make it. All I'd like to see is how much money have she and her husband given to charity over the years? As a percentage of their income or as a percentage of their net worth?
Is that one of your proudest things?
My proudest thing, what happened to me could only happen in America. There's no place on earth where a poor kid whose parents were uneducated could be in this country and look at what's happened to me. Look at my wife, myself, our kids, our life. Let's not flog this thing too much because it works.
How do these plans where you're taxing and taxing and taxing, what does that do to the economy? Our economy's booming. It's better than it's been in a long time. So what does it mean for our country if she becomes president?
Look, there are people like myself who would actually pay to go to work. If you told me, if you want to go to that job tomorrow, you got to pay me, I'd pay it. I love my work. Most people that are successful in good part because they love what they're doing. And the more you like what you're doing or love what you're doing, the more passionate, the more enthusiastic, the more effective you are. So she's got me there. But guess what? There are 480,000 people today working in a Home Depot store. I had a young man yesterday. His name is Mark Esposito. He was a district manager at 10 stores.
You're a co-founder. Yeah.
I'm a co-founder. This young man called me up. He's 44 and wanted to tell me he was retiring. I said, what the hell are you talking about? You're 44. He said, I came here at 18 pushing carts in for the parking lot. I've educated my kids. I've paid off my mortgage. My wife and I want to do something in healthcare, and I've got all I need thanks to Home Depot. I'm out of here. He said, but I just want you to know this company changed my life.
Aww.
Right.
And I can give you thousands and thousands and thousands of stories.
Don't you underline? There's a vilification of the wealthy and success that's unhealthy for the country. And what people should understand is that when people have money and they decide to invest it into companies, they have to hire other people. And those other people have an opportunity to work their way up and have their own success story.
Human nature is alive and well. And one of the 7 deadly sins is envy. Okay? I'm sorry. Part of what happens to somebody like me that becomes successful, very successful, my old man used to say to me, you want to be successful, but not too successful, okay? This is an 8th grade education man, okay? He had wisdom beyond his words. That's part of the price. That's okay. People want to think that I've made my money by ripping them off. People want to make that I've exploited people. I can't stop that.
Envy.
The one thing I have to live with every day is my conscience. And we have, let me give you a glaring example that includes everything about America. We have 1,700 stores in the United States of America.
Right.
Not Camden, not. The woman that runs them, black, started out as a part-time cashier. Her name is Anna Marie Campbell. I'll put her out there and she'll kill every human being in the world that tries to compete against Home Depot. She did it on her own.
Right.
Okay? It works.
Right.
It works.
So why can't a politician say you got to start working
Because
harder?
they're liars. Look, the worst people go into politics, not the best.
Right.
That's really cool. You're employing almost 500,000 people.
2 million, 2 United States Marine Corps.
And every single one of us watching, talking to you right now has something from your store in our house. You help into our lives.
I had a deal with Fox. You don't do anything but shop at Home Depot from now on. Everything comes from Home Depot. All right, I'm out of here. Okay?
Listen, I am there. They know me by name at the Patterson store.
I wish they knew you by your credit card, frankly.
Hey, listen, Ken, I'm sure you were watching television yesterday
Yeah.
over the last 2 weeks, the impeachment parade. What do
Right.
you make of how the Democrats are prosecuting this case against the president?
Let me tell you what frightens me. Impeachment is a very solemn word and a very solemn process. Impeachment is going the way of racism. The word racism is a very important word.
By the way, Ken, that is Fiona Hill, who is just arriving. She's going to be appearing before the committee here in 45 minutes. Go ahead.
I'm not going to be here 45 minutes.
No, I know. We're going to be done in 6.
That process of impeachment should be reserved for only the most serious crimes.
Is this a serious crime?
I don't know if he did anything or not. Nobody's established one thing. Not one thing that's come out would be admissible in a trial in a court. Not one thing.
Because it's political.
Now, I sound like I'm Republican. I am Republican. Conservative Republican. Okay? But I also understand something that none of them are talking about. Let's get away from that. That's theater. Okay? A bad theater at that. I mean, this guy Schiff, he just looks like a bad guy. I wish they'd have had somebody up more likable, a guy like Tip O'Neill. He would have, everybody loved Tip O'Neill. And he was a Democrat, by the way. The guy that lost in Oregon, Washington, the former speaker, Tom Foley.
Yeah, okay.
Everybody liked the guy.
Right.
Now,
But
Nancy Pelosi's husband cans tuna fish in Guam. Go look at the U.S. territory. Go look at the minimum wage in Guam.
Okay, good point. Let's just talk about two. You have big news. The NYU School of Medicine has been renamed.
Been renamed. My wife announced it at our Violet Ball 2 weeks ago. That's our annual fundraiser. That it was she and I had the right to name the medical school because of the major gift we made. We chose to name it after Bob Grossman, the dean and CEO, who took over 12 years ago and who has led the transformation of one of the greatest healthcare facilities in the world. There's a lot of great ones out there, but we're one of the great ones too. And what this man has done with this place, and by the way, that night, we raised $150 million
Oh, my
in a single night.
But,
How much was a ticket?
A lot of money.
Okay.
but Ken, that's who you
No,
did.
you guys could
This
afford it.
year.
I'm not sure that what the hell is her name?
Elizabeth Warren?
She wouldn't spend it. She could afford it, but she wouldn't spend it. You know, these politicians will give you all the barbed wire you can eat for nothing if it comes out of their pocket. Good
Yes,
seeing you.
Great seeing you.
Thanks for having me.
Always
All right?
success and
God bless
keep
you.
giving.
Try the Chicago and beans.
They're
Okay,
talking
we
about a
love this
restaurant.
one restaurant.
DiMaggio's and Paul
Ken
Washington.
Lino, thank you very much. He was just talking about the theater down in Washington. We're going to take it there live.